a couple days late, but yeah. So anyway, I'm still Janice or Barb, whatever you like to call me, just not Janice or Barbara. And I decided to incorporate a little extraness into my videos, because I thought, why not. So today's candle scent is Sunshine and Daffodils. Sunshine, which smells like sunshine and daffodils. And it is by Bath & Body Works. That is what is permeating this airspace right now. But anyway, let's get right into it. This will be the recap and review for Ladies Who List. This is at season 1 still, episode 4, grand openings and closings. Episode picks up, of course, still with Robin and Kiana. We see them sitting down, and we're now entering the part of the conversation where Kiana is voicing her frustrations with how Robin was trying to charge her $500 per client. I say per client because that is Kiana's argument. But before we can really get too much into it, Robin quickly says, no, honey, it was not $500 per client. It was $500 for all of the 27 contracts. Which again, that seems fair to me, because just as I'm trying to help you out with your business, I also still have to be running my business. And therefore, that seems like a fair price. $500 versus $13,000. I think that's totally fine. And they squash it, but you can tell that Kiana, like, she is sticking to her guns, and she's like, no, I know I heard what I heard. I wasn't a miscommunication. But again, it's still like, okay, if you felt so strongly this whole time about it, why didn't you say something to her sooner? And what messages, how did you guys correspond with this? Like, was this sent via email, text? It just doesn't seem like there'd be a phone call, because if someone said anything like seemingly the way that Kiana is presenting it, I would have been quick to be like, wait, can you clarify? So is that $500 per person or $500 total? Like, I just don't see how that was not, how it just was like, that was quote unquote, she said what she said, she heard what she heard, whatever. And then you guys just never crossed paths again, never spoke about it again. It's weird, but like I said, they squash it. And I'm doing the air quotes because I like Kiana a lot. I like all, I don't want to write Kiana off, I should say, because I like her. And I think she's beautiful. She's seemingly intelligent. Her house is beautiful. I like her storyline. She's definitely made a name for herself in the industry, coming from such humble beginnings. Totally commendable. But the way she's navigating through this situation and some of these relationships is just kind of like, I don't know. I personally wouldn't navigate like that. But anyway, next scene we get Tiana. We go back to Tiana and the interior designer who put all of this money into this apartment, and we see how he was actually declining the 1.5 million. He's looking more towards like 2.25, 2.5, which is fine. But again, I don't know if he's going to get that, because just as she's saying, and as most people know, people move down south, people move to Atlanta and whatnot, trying to get more space. And if that's not what you're offering, then I don't really think that you're going to get that top dollar that you're looking for. So they agree to just let it be for now, and they'll revisit it again in a year or two when the market is a little bit different and the economy is hopefully more stable and things have shifted. Moving right along, we get Kiana, Kira, and Crystal. They all meet up. Yeah, you heard me right. So they can talk about Robin. Yeah, that's exactly how I wrote it in my notes. So they could talk about Robin, because that's all. She's just the focus of everything right now. And which would be cool, but it's for the wrong reasons. And Crystal, she just like turns on dramatics, in my opinion, and this whole dramatization about how Robin hasn't. Oh, Kiana, you guys met up and sat down. That's nice because we haven't, and blah blah blah. And it's the whole victim, her playing the victim thing for me. Yes, should she have put her hands on you? No, but let's not forget what role you played in how things panned out as well. Somehow we just keep like just flying over that, and I don't understand why. And that's what all anyone is seeming to focus on right now. And I guess everyone's kind of like them three especially like are banding together to like form this clique against yes, clique. It seems very cliquish. It seems like they just want to not like her, and just that's just kind of what they all come together, and that's what binds them together, which is really stupid again when you look at it, especially from Kira's perspective, because Crystal also unfollowed you. So what really is the issue here? I'm not understanding. Anyway. And Crystal even goes as far as to like kind of start poking fun, almost it seemed like, at the whole like triggered thing, like saying like, oh, need to find another like word to say other than triggered, and like she doesn't see any of her deficiencies in situation, and I can't rock with people like that. I just can't. But anyway, and the whole Kira like continuing to like, the only thing she has to like say all the time is something against Robin's age, and I just don't really understand that, because you're gonna be that old one day, and you better like hope that you look as good as Robin does. Robin looks amazing to be 48, almost 50 years old. So I don't understand why she keeps like trying to use that against her, or like use that as a jab. Like, that's super childish to me, but what do I know? And Crystal also seems like she has animosity towards Tiffany now, because she tried to interject because she was trying to stick up for Robin. You're mad at her for trying to stick up for Robin when that is really what you should have been doing, but you weren't doing that, so someone else had to stick up and do it, yet you're mad at her for it. Like, that's super stupid to me. Whatever. Next we get Robin. She's going to go meet up with a previous client that she's done a lot of business with, and she's going to meet up with him because she sees that he took the listing from her and has given it to somebody else, and she's just like, no, she's not having it. So she goes over there to meet him, and he's not even there. She's greeted by his assistant or whatever, and she's pissed at him for giving it away. And then it's also like, what the hell, like, why aren't you here? So she FaceTimes him. Apparently he's in Mexico, I think. And I don't know. That clearly is their relationship. They kind of just have this, like, you know, they say like a whole bunch of wisecracks, and, you know, are very slick with the tongue with one another. But if that's their relationship, then that's their relationship. Ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't pay no bills around here. And they agreed to sit down once he gets back in the States. So it was interesting. At the same time, I don't know. It was just a little interesting, but whatever. We get Tiana and Tiffany working out, and I really like their relationship. We also, through this scene, because I think I said it last week, that we've kind of got glimpses into everybody's life except for Tiana, and she kind of shares a little bit more about, once they start talking about Robin and everything, of course, Tiana reveals that she also came from a childhood where her father was the sole like caretaker for her and her two sisters, I guess, because she said 3 girls altogether. So while her mom was addicted to drugs. So she's, again, a very relatable story for a lot of people, and it was nice to get some more depth into her background. But they're just speaking about things, and Tiffany also shares that she's going to be revealing her new office, her new renovated office in this episode, and she wants nothing but positivity around and good vibes only. GVO. Shut up, Jennings. Shut up. Anyway, that's what she wants around, and that does equates to her feeling as though she doesn't want Crystal there, which fine by me. She's just kind of like, I don't know, man, what's up with her, and I hate that for her, because I, wanted to like everybody, but when does that ever happen in reality TV? Gullible Johnny Ace. Anyway, she also says that she likes Robin and, reflects on their sit down and stuff, which is nice, I'm not saying Robin hasn't done anything or contributed to things. It's not what I'm saying at all, but I'm not going to sit here and point fingers at her and not point fingers at the majority of the rest of them. I'm just not going to do it. I can't do it. And next we see Kira, and we get this quick little recap, or this quick little glimpse into Kira's previous client. He shows us all the renovations he did on his newly purchased home, thanks to Kira. And he's just taking her and Tiffany around and showing them everything. And it's really nice. I believe he's a bachelor, and he did a great job with everything. And he's even going to do some more. And it was really nice that they invited his family and everybody after the closing and stuff. So they seem like, everybody on here, I will say, business-wise, does seem like me as their client. Like, I would be happy, like, to be their client. Like, they seem like they're good at what they do, of course. So that's good. And yeah, he's done some amazing upgrades, and now he's looking at purchasing his mom a new upgraded home as well. So he'll be hitting Kira up pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So good for her. Fast forward, Carlos is back in town. He's meeting up with Robin. They meet up over dinner or whatever, and she explains to him why she's upset, and he responds and tells her that the listing is sold. And it's just kind of like, I guess that's just a relationship. I would have been pissed or whatever, or we would have had to get anything going forward in writing, because you play with my money at this point. I don't care how cool we are, but whatever. And they'll be doing business again, because he also reveals that he's going to be giving her some more listings coming up, and that she does not need to work with the women to get to where she wants to go, which is accurate, I'm sure, according to her work ethic. I don't see why she's doing it big, but I don't think it's so much so about just like filling her pockets as much as she wanted to create this amazing woman-driven force. And I think the rewards for her were going to be beyond just monetary compensation. That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't want to speak for her, but in the way that he's coming at her is great with these opportunities, but can we really trust you completely? Because say you guys yes, that's your guys' relationship, but clearly you will take things a step further if you don't see her handling the business how you want your business handled. So I wouldn't put my eggs in, if I was Robin, I wouldn't put my eggs in all of my eggs in any of these baskets. Moving forward, we see Kira meet Crystal. And this was like the most like scene for me, because Crystal, I mean, call a spade. She's trying to collect Kira, because again, Kira's good at what she does, from her stats show it, and it's a maturity thing she got to work on. But anyway, so we see they're meeting to have some lunch, and Kira should already knew what was up. I'm telling you, she should already knew what was up. Again, because it's like, she unfollowed you too, so why are you not mad at her? Like, I don't get that part. I just don't. But they start, and she's doing the classic, like, she's building rapport with her, making her feel comfortable, lean in. And they start talking about their relationships. You know, Kira had gotten out of her relationship, her long-term relationship. We also found out that Crystal was in a 4-year-long relationship. So they bond over that momentarily before cutting to the chase. And Crystal, she's very particular about her word choice. She never tells her to just completely, because we learned in episode 1 that Kira does all of her listings usually with Tiffany as the closing attorney. But Crystal is saying how she would like Kira to maybe, you know, think about doing some over there with her. And it's just like why? I get business is business, but like, really? Was that really necessary? And was it also conducive to the situation? Because you can't make these type of moves and then get mad at the backlash that you're probably going to endure from it. So it's either stick with it and own it, or don't get mad or don't feel some type of way when it comes back on you for being grimy. Point blank. That's just my 2 cents. And Kira also, she doesn't say yes, she doesn't say no either. So it's like, I'm looking at you a little weird too, but whatever, not my business. Tiffany has a grand opening and it's super nice. I really like how she furnished everything and all the decor and everything. The office looks good. Kiana looked amazing. Like, they all looked amazing, but Kiana, like, I don't know, like, I don't have like a girl crush on her or anything, but it's just like, she looked beautiful. Anyway, and Jeff, I didn't notice in last week's episode, but Jeff, Tiffany's husband, looks like really young for his age. Like, really young. I didn't notice that. Anyway, Robin says she wanted to support Tiffany, which is great. And everything is cool. Tiffany says her, you know, she says her piece and her announcement to everybody, which is great. And Kira decides it's a good time. And it kind of pissed me off, because if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, it kind of reminded me almost like Destiny, when Destiny pulled, well, she pulled her aside, but when Destiny at Mel's like single release party or whatever, how she pulled her aside and like told her stuff that had nothing to do with the situation when it's supposed to be a joyous occasion. That's the vibes I got from this whole thing, when Kira decided to tell Tiffany about the sit down with her and Crystal and how she was trying to collect her. And Tiffany was like, okay, bet. She didn't let it ruin her mood though, which I liked, but that would have pissed me off, because I don't like people try to don't let me have my moment. I didn't like that. And but yeah, Tiffany took it okay as it pertains to that whole thing. She's irritated, but she took it okay. And we also get Robin trying to take a picture with the girls, you know, to memorialize the moment, of course. And she asked Kira if she wants to be in the picture, and Kira's like, oh no, thank you, like, acting stank. And I get it, you don't want to be fake or anything like that. I totally get it, but it's just like, why are you still mad though? At the same time, you shouldn't even have an attitude. If you don't have an attitude with Crystal, why do you still have an attitude with Robin? And from the looks of things, you had more of a relationship with Robin than you did even with Crystal before that. So you just want to be mad, I think, at this point, is what it comes down to. That's what it looks like from the outside looking in. It just looks like you just want to be mad for whatever reason. And she's like, okay, fine, you don't want to be in the picture, so can you take the picture? And apparently she took the picture, but they weren't even like good. Like, she just being just so damn catty, man. Just stank. And I just can't stand that. So Robin, of course, speaks to Kiana, because they're cool now, you know, over to the side, and Kiana lets her know, like, that she met with Crystal and like how Crystal feels about the situation. And again, it's just like, Kiana claims she's not on anybody's side and she's unbiased, but clearly we know what side she's siding with silently. Like, Helen Keller could see that, honey. And we also find out that it says Crystal, but I'm pretty sure it's Kira. That Kira and Robin became acquainted through Kira's ex. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said Crystal. But yeah, Robin says this. We don't know if that is valid yet, but I mean, based on how Kira be acting, I could totally see it. Or was it Crystal? Is it Crystal or Kira? I don't know. Dang, I can't remember. Anyway, but it was just weird. That was a little weird. I'm kind of like, Robin, why would you throw that out there? Like, cause now we have to go dive into it. Like, so you better be telling the truth. But it was interesting. It was an interesting episode. I'm still trying to figure out, Kiana, whose side are you on? Cause you can't say you're unbiased about something and then show all this bias every chance you get, especially in the confessionals. You haven't checked Crystal at all. Kira, why are you being so childish? Robin, keep your nose clean, because they're looking to drag you at any moment they can. But the episode ends with Robin being like, Kira, come on over here. And I'm sure they're gonna have it out next week. And I guess we'll see y'all. But this was a good episode. I still really like this series, and I really liked how this episode gave us more of a glimpse into business operations, even though, like, no, obviously we know why we're all here, for the mess, but it was really nice seeing that balance between the two. It was really interesting for me. You know, I like real estate. I'm very, very interested in that industry. So, you know, you mix two of my favorite things, real estate, reality TV. I'm a happy camper, period. But anyway, thanks you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.